There is a popular saying that came from the Bible and had become something even more secular. It's a popular saying. It goes this way. It says, when I was in Rome, I behaved like a Roman.
I'm telling you guys, you are not going to believe him. This notorious armed robber is pleading with the Nigerian government not to release him.
The winners of this award are Miss Grand Ghana.
A lot is happening, guys. A lot is currently happening as we speak, both in Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon. Yes, a lot is going on. And trust me, your number one concern, sure gist, gossip. I came here to do small concern for us. So open your ears wide open. Pay attention to details because this episode is juicy. It's well packed and loaded with current, up and trending information. And I'm back on your screen live like I never left. For those of you who were like, Chivik, I want to be seeing your face. I'm back. See me, chew me, lick me. I am your lollipop. Lick me off. Calm down. Oh yeah, let's delve right into it. I know I just needed to calm your nerves down. I trust you all, my amazing followers, but don't forget to like. That's where me and you will have problem. Like this video, share it even to your haters, your enemies, and stay subscribed if you like it on here, Charlie. And with all this being said, let's start with so what is happening in Nigeria? Hey, are you aware that currently there is a coup that is going on to remove Almighty Jagaban from the seat as a president? Because in case you don't know, on Monday, on the 20th, Nigerians are planning protest. Hey, they want to join our almighty Kenyans and South Africans and as well Ghanaians. They are waking up, yes, and they're like, we are coming. We are no longer sleeping on bike, right? And we've got a Nigerian who has shocked other Nigerians. You see, power jam, power bow, that has come out again to say, you see, as a criminal, a notorious one, I want people to buy me, take me. I am tired because there is no hope for me. We are going to take a look at this one first. I'll come back and show you more. Let's see.
Alleged coup plot to overthrow Tinubu, and Sahara Reporters has it, on its news. Let me go through the news and then let me go through the news and then tell you what I think about this whole issue that's there. I know a lot of it has been all over, some of the media spaces and all of that. And it says exclusive: Nigerian Defense Intelligence detains Brigadier General, other officers over alleged coup plot to overthrow Tinubu. A coup d'etat is an overt attempt by a military organization or other government elites to unseat an incumbent person or leadership. At least 16 senior military officers have been detained by the armed forces of Nigeria for allegedly planning coup d'etat to overthrow Bola Tinubu, top resources have told Sahara Reporters.
You guys, you are not going to believe him. This notorious armed robber is pleading with the Nigerian government not to release him, and that he wants the Nigerian government to waste him. And when they asked him, what do you mean by you want the Nigerian government, the police, to waste you and not to release you? He said he wants me police kill him. They say, why? He said he knows he no go ever change. In fact, if the carry enter that prison, he mind go strong more. And if he come aside, he go commit more havoc. He don't thief. He don't do yeye things to women. He don't do yeye things to people, wife, in front of their husband. But I know here say don't kill. But very, very sure you don't do them. They say if I go prison, police release him. He can't go do more. They arrest him. They release him again. He can't go able to do worst. Now they don't arrest him again. He say, please, waste me. Why you not they release me? Why you not they send me to prison? Listen.
I went to go and steal somebody's property. So I was got. And they took me to prison. When they take me to prison, when I reached there, people are arresting me that don't come outside. Just come and join us. Don't go and steal food again.
Do you know how hopeless someone has to be before they beg the police to just kill them? Because they know they will not change from their bad ways. This is the confession of 27-year-old Adeni Ajayi, an ex-convict and armed robber who was arrested in Lagos for allegedly raping no fewer than 8 women during different robbery operations across the state And he did most of this sexual harassment just to spite the husbands and bosses who refused to cooperate with him during the robbery operation. This is his confession.
When I go inside their houses like that, if I talk to them, maybe I make them scared. They don't respond to me. So I'll just use that one to do wickedness with this. So I'm sleeping with them.
With who? With your wife or daughter?
Maybe it's only just, let me just say twice. I've done that twice.
With who now?
One is wife and one is house friend, house helper. If I talk to them, like maybe when I go inside their room, I'm not talking to them now. Give me what you have in your house. And now they don't want to answer me. So after I collect what they have from me, I don't even want to know. Maybe the thing just come inside me. Let me just sleep with one of them.
I spoke with some victims that they said you allegedly raped over 30 people. How true is that?
No, it's not. That is not true. I don't used to lie. Some of them came. Yeah, some of them came out.
How many have you raped in total? You have to be truthful now.
It's going to be about 3 people now.
How many operations have you successfully executed?
I can't count them, because I've been doing that since 2019 January.
But what led you to it?
That's why I'm requesting them to just waste me. Because I have a reason why, yes.
What do you mean by saying waste?
I have a reason why I say they should waste me. Because the brain I go and learn is when they get me to prison. That was 2018 when I went there. That's why I learned during that. When you come outside, come and join us, come and use going with us. So from there we can be working together. So when I come outside, I was looking for who to help me. And my family are not ready to help. So my solution now is that maybe they should just waste me. That's what I'm thinking. Because for them to send me back to prison, I know I'm going to be hurt more than this. What I mean by wasting is that I mean they should kill me. That's what I mean.
Is it that you don't believe that you will have a future?
I don't see anybody that can help me now. That is why I say maybe they should just, because I don't want to disrupt Nigeria more than this.
Why did you go to prison in the first place?
I went to go and stole somebody's property, so I was got. And they took me to prison. When they take me to prison, and I reached there, people are advising me that if you don't come outside, just come and join us. Don't go and steal food again. Come and join us with using arms and guns, some other things. So when I come outside, I started doing it alone the way I'm doing it. My father was born in Lagos. I also was born in Lagos.
So is it you don't have?
I have parents. I live at Oyibo. I stay in hotel. Anytime I look for money to go and steal money, I will pay for the hotel. I know that nobody is ready to help me the way I'm saying myself. That's why I said, instead of the police people to send me to prison again, I'm ready for it.
I've never seen like this kind of thing before. I've heard of few criminals who are remorseful to the point that they want to buy. But I've never seen it close up like this.
There is a popular saying that came from the Bible and had become something even more secular. It's a popular saying. It goes this way. It says, when I was in Rome, I behaved like a Roman. When I was in Greece, I behaved like a Greek. When I was in Israel, I behaved like an Israelite. Now, what does this say? This is a statement that every Nigerian, especially the Igbos, should take to heart. No, I understand really that our insanity program as Nigerians and as Igbos had gone so high. But the truth is that when we begin to get resistance or Ghanaian resistance for our insanity, we begin to complain and then we tag it xenophobia. We begin to play victims. But when we are told to respect ourselves, we wouldn't. I don't understand why Nigerians and the Igbo tribe will go to a country like Ghana and start running all these royalty programs, these kings, this Eze, this chief. You are a stranger in Ghana. If you like, marry the daughter of the president of Ghana, you're still a Nigerian. And you have no right whatsoever to plant yourself or to indemnify yourself as to thinking that you can bring your gods, your foreign gods, to a strange land. You don't do that. From every rational point of view, when a person who is a stranger or a visitor brings his culture to another man's land, you're meddling. It's wrong. You don't do that. You cannot do that. You know that you come to another man's land to do whatever you want to do, which is positive, to contribute, to serve, and to earn from another man's land. When you're done with that, you go back home. No matter the years you've spent there is no need for you to bring your culture. There is no need for you to bring your gods to that land. You don't do that. You cannot do that. It's wrong. Talk more of settling to the extent that you want to impose your royalty program in that very place. Let me for one Nigerians. Ghanaians are beginning to frown at this. Ghanaians are beginning to frown at this. And let me tell you people, nobody frowns at this like myself, because I know how you Igbos are. I know how you people are. I'm an Igbo man, and I know how we are. I know how deadly we are. I know how cunning we are. We're so cunning and we're so deceitful. We're so fraudulent. We have all manner of criminal tendencies. But when these things are being reacted to with violence, because the things we do can only instigate violence. But when that violence comes, we begin to play victims. This was exactly what we started doing in South Africa. A word is enough for the wise. A word is enough for the wise. Take notes and take lessons or fall where you stand. It's very simple.
All right, direct from the horse's mouth, we've heard and seen all that is really happening. And do you really think for that young guy who spoke that there's no hope for him as a notorious criminal? Personally, as a Christian, I believe that with God, all things are possible. And in as much as I detest crime, I also believe that he should also serve his punishment, because for every crime you commit, you face the word consequences. That's why it's advisable for everyone to stay away from crime, no matter whom you are, because the repercussion has no mercy. So him saying they should buy him sounded so weird, and it gave me room for deep thoughts and concern. But I don't know. I still believe that he should serve and come out. There will be room for repentance and a second chance for him by God and by man for forgiveness, right? And I love how my brother Chimdi, yes, came out to really give that warning to Nigerians, who are living in Ghana, in the diaspora in general. When you go to the Rome, you behave like who? The Romans. Exactly. When you go to Ghana, you behave like who? Ghanaians. So that peace will reign. No jokes, right? And if you heard that my sister that told us about this coup, it should tell you that Nigerians are warming up. You see all these things Tinubu government and his people are doing. Nigerians are beginning to get tired to the point that they have now come out to say on the 20th, I'm going to update you guys. Enough is enough. They're coming to protest. But let's see how it goes, because I know my people. I know them, but I am solidly behind them. Any which way ever they want Nigeria to be better. Your girl day, I mount, I full ground, no backing off, right? That's why we are rooting for a better Nigeria and a better West Africa and Africa. So while we are at it, share your thoughts on what you think about that you just watched, right? Oh, moving on to my great motherland. Let me show us what is happening in Cameroon first. We'll come back and sum it up with Ghana. But Ghana, na video Bonge and South Africa. Now. Yes, let's take our flashlights and see what is happening in Cameroon, because Cameroonians aren't playing. Ajim, take the front seat, and your sister, darling younger. Hey, these are the people that have the audacity to talk down on Ghana. Come on, Ghana. We go show on waiting. Come on, Ghana. Feed do. Relax, we are coming. Let's hear what Cameroonians have for us on today's episode. But have you liked? Like who? Let's see.
A likely coup coming in Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to hear this before it happens. A coup is not a desirable situation. And at all costs, coups must be avoided, because it has the tendency, the potential of being used as a medium to settle scores. But ladies and gentlemen, coups are replacing democracy in Africa. Madagascar has just undergone a coup, and the new military leader, Michael Randrianirina, has just said yesterday that he will be sworn in as the next president of the country. It is coming, and I see it happening in Cameroon this year. Listen, Cameroon has just had their presidential election on 12 October, just a few days ago, and the election winner is yet to be announced. But the opposition candidate, Issa Chiroma Bakari, has already declared himself the victor in the election, saying he has won, and he is calling on Paul Biya to concede. Like I said, the official results have not yet been released. They are still pending validation by the Constitutional Council of Cameroon, which is expected to be done by 26th October 2025. But ladies and gentlemen, everybody is tired at this point. The youth of Cameroon are tired. The adults are tired. I am equally tired. We are tired of the 93-year-old man president who has been president since 1982. How old are you, if I may ask? You that is watching this video, how old are you? Are you older than the presidency of Paul Biya? Because if you are not, then that should tell you how long one man has ruled one country. And in that time, ladies and gentlemen, Cameroon has nothing to show for. Nearly 40% of Cameroonians fall under the poverty line of $2.15 per day. Ladies and gentlemen, I see a coup about to erupt should Paul Biya emerge as the winner again in this election. Because the level of enthusiasm which the youth, the young people, went out to vote in this election is never seen before in Cameroon. Even the people from the two Anglophone Cameroon regions, from the northwest and the southwest regions, overcame the intimidation and the military presence to go out to their polling stations and vote. The vast majority of the people treated this election as a do or die affair and gathered the ballot boxes afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, their message was clear. We shall no longer be intimidated nor denied our civil freedoms, and they cast their ballots doing so. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why the confidence level is high. In the 2018 Cameroonian presidential election, there were over 6 million people who registered to vote, and voter turnout was around 53.85%. A lot of intimidation and arrests and even killings went on during that event. But this year, more than 8 million people were registered to vote, and we are waiting to know the voter turnout. It is expected that voter turnout goes way higher than the previous election. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire electoral system in Cameroon has been hijacked. It has been taken over under the direct control of the president in the last 40 plus years. He has also successfully placed his people in all strategic places within the military and in all the security services across the country. And in addition to that, he has spies who roam around in town collecting information for him. He has everywhere on hook. His grip on the country has never come under any real threat until now. As we speak now, the youth are agitated, waiting for what the outcome of the elections will be. Trust me when I say it is more likely to see Cameroon undergo a coup than not. Trust me. Because the youth have seen what happened in Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. And in real time, they are seeing what is happening in Madagascar. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Biya, who has been an absentee president, to me, doesn't care about what happens in Cameroon. So long as he remains in charge of the country, he doesn't care whatsoever. All this while, he alternates living in France and in Switzerland. He hardly lives in Cameroon. There was a time when he lived in Cameroon for only 3 months in total in a whole year. Is that what leadership is all about in Africa, ladies and gentlemen? But he has been successful in remaining as president because he usually has most of Cameroonian athletes and famous people as supporters. Guys like Eto Fields, and Song have been consistent with their support for him, ladies and gentlemen. Until when does a country like this ever grow? When the president goes to international programs and is unaware of his surroundings. He is so old, he could be the great-grandfather of more than 70% of the population. What does a 93-year-old man still have to offer, which he couldn't do in his early ages? Please tell me. And it freaks me out when sometimes I hear him say stuff like, he says, I am the best in times of difficulty with the experience I have to navigate the country into prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, it baffles my mind. What level of delusion is this? What is there? He thinks he still can do better than the rest of the nearly 30 million population. Ladies and gentlemen, when a man is so old and needs assistance to make his way to even the toilet, tell me this. What do you think will be the most important thing on his mind, ladies and gentlemen? His health or the burden of running a country?
So proud of Cameroonians now, Bob. Waiting at the sea. See as Gen Z Cameroon. See as in the follow up with this election where they happen for Cameroon. Oh, Bob, for night. See the way they take, they count the results. They make sure, they won't make sure say nothing lost. In fact, I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of Cameroonians. The last video where I do, the kind of message where I get from Cameroonians, I was impressed. Even Cameroon politicians sent me message, tell me say I go see what. Oh, Bob, they happy. They talk say they no go close their eye for this election. I shock of waiting they happen. They follow up the counting. You see as they take the count and follow up finish, follow up with protest. Apparently, the Akaji of Cameroon politician. Una know the Akaji of the Igwe. That Cameroonian Igwe politics. That 92 years of Igwe. That Cameroonian Igwe politics. That 92 years of Igwe, their president. If I don't arrange again, make it go for 8 tenure. So the Gen Z, where they say they don't even know when he starts the presidency, they burn them. They say the person where they rule them. Cameroonian president be like, head of the family. So Gen Z no agree. Gen Z talk say they want genuine change. They still they count. They do protest. The protest what they do now. Anybody will go manipulate these results. Anybody will go manipulate, but because everybody for Cameroon be like, now that's Chiroma they want. And that's Chiroma. So everybody in back. They don't say the Chiroma they win. They can't become manipulation. I know if we know say like the man a higher Mahmoud. Tell us who can do this job. Tell say we know one man. We know one man. His name is Mahmoud. He's in Nigeria. Say call him for me. As Mahmoud enter Cameroon, as in the rich border, he jam Gen Z. Where did they go? Go back. Cameroon Gen Z. I'm proud of you people. I'm proud of you people. Do we want to take this thing as in you want genuine change? You know, sit down, they talk, say we want change. You know, just the internet, the right say we want change. You back it up with action. Whatever that comes out of this this whole thing, we are proud of you people. We are proud. Then they talk to people where they carry this man, they go saying a French president, French people. But Jay-Z no agree. Muna dead there. One change must come. Waiting 92 years old man still define aspect. Waiting be that. What is it? Cameroon, I'm proud of you people.
Wow. Hey, this is unbelievable. Cameroon. Now my eye they pay me, I mean now my ear they worry me, so I don't understand. Hey, Cameroon has woken up. They have woken up from their ancestral leadership. This president leadership has been there even before I was born. Jokes apart. And even before some of you watching me were born. Whether as Cameroonians, as Ghanaians, as any citizen of any country in Africa. This is the spirit we want. Leave a Jim. Let him be from fooling himself, making himself, an object of caricature. See his mates, even people who is older. I'm sure that president has been leading him since he was born. But he will be too quick, him and his sister, to jump into Ghana's affair. Every slightest opportunity to bring the motherland Ghana down, he's in it, and exonerate the criminally minded, almighty Nigeria. Big for nothing. There's a car they used to call big for nothing. Hell, Cameroon say, we are no longer sleeping on bike. We've woken up, and they've taken to the street as we've seen. They say they don't want any ancestral leadership. Enough. Put an end to it. And that is what we're seeing here. Even though this is funny, but not funny. This is the spirit we want. I'm only laughing because it is long awaited that we all have been waiting for Cameroon to wake up. But thankfully, they are finally woken up and they are protesting. Because me too, just like my brother, Tutu Network Cyrus, and this other guy, I want them to remove the ancestor from the seat. Enough. Even Tinubu, you see how we are dragging Tinubu front right and center, should be removed. All these ancestral leaders out, 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 by fire, by force, by lightning, by thunder and brimstone. They must be out. Me, I am wearing my own camo. I am storming Cameroon. Hey, I call with my camo on my camo and I storm Cameroon. Hey, Oshe, baddest. We move. What do you think about this? Revolution, protest, power must change hand, whether the devil likes it or not. Power must change hand. Somebody shout hallelujah, hallelujah, somebody, amen. Yes, so God is good all the time, and all the time the Lord is good. Now up to the Almighty, the Republic of the motherland. See what is happening first of all.
Winners of this award are Miss Grand Ghana. Well done to Miss Grand Ghana, heading straight into our top 20 here by the Grand Talent Award presented by Motik Mangontong. And we will also see all of our contestants in the swimsuit competition. See you soon! And the winners.
$1 was selling at around 13 cedis 50 pesos. Today, that same dollar goes for about 11 cedis 96 pesos. A serious comeback in just a few weeks. For most Ghanaians, these aren't just numbers. It affects food prices, transport fares, and business operations across the country. And everyone is asking, who has suddenly given the city all this power? Well, part of the answer lies in something golden, literally. Meet Gold Board. The Ghana Gold Board, a new institution with a simple but powerful idea. Instead of just exporting raw gold, why not use it to strengthen the city and build our foreign reserves? And it's working. Back in January 2025, Ghana Central Bank held about 30.5 tons of gold. By September, that number jumped to 37 tons of gold, a solid 21% increase in less than a year. To put that in perspective, in 2023, Ghana held only 8.7 tons of gold reserves. That's how far we've come. According to the Gold Board CEO, Sami Jemfi, the goal is to make Ghana's gold industry more transparent, sustainable, and valuable. They are focusing on responsible sourcing, traceability, and adding more value locally, instead of sending all the gold out raw. So how exactly does gold make the city rise? Think of it this way. When Ghana buys and hold more gold, it increases our foreign exchange reserves. That means the country has more dollar and assets to stabilize the currency whenever it comes under pressure. In its first full month of operations, Gold Board generated around $1.17 billion from gold exports alone. Now it's projecting to pull in over $6 billion annually, and that is huge.
And we want to talk about the Gold Board and all matters arising. So let's get to it. I mean, after about 6 months of your operation, we started to hear the numbers, the results, and the effect that it was having on the stabilization of our city, by extension on our economy. I mean, are these numbers real? The hike from 2 million a year to 2 billion a year to about 6 billion in half a year.
Yeah.
How exactly did the Gold Board achieve this?
Thank you very much, my brother. You see, the Gold Board, I've always said, is a product of foresight. It's a product of vision. You know, in opposition, is a conversation that His Excellency President Mahama always had with some of us, because he could not understand why, as a country, we were so blessed with gold, and gold is always the surest way of, you know, getting FX to support one's economy. And yet we're always struggling with our reserves. We always had to resort to the Eurobond markets to borrow to shore up our FX reserves, especially when the cocoa syndicated loan was no longer forthcoming. And so every now and then the cedi had to depreciate at a very alarming rate, and once that happened, it impacted negatively on inflation and living conditions in the country. And so he began to share with us how we can change that narrative, how we can assert our national sovereignty over our mineral wealth as a people, and use that mineral wealth to generate the much needed forex for the needed FX liquidity for the market, and also to shore up our reserves, because that is fundamental to the economic transformation of every country.
On top of that, the Bank of Ghana injected $1.5 billion into the forex market this October, giving the cedi more muscles. Now, not everyone is happy about this. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank aren't too happy about countries building alternative gold-backed systems and central banks supporting its forex markets. But here's the exciting part. At the recent IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, finance ministers from 5 African countries, including Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and Sudan, praised Ghana's Gold Board model as a benchmark for resource-led growth. And even Sierra Leone's finance minister is exploring how to adapt the same framework back home. This isn't just about numbers on a chart. A stronger cedi means cheaper imports, lower fuel costs, and more stability for Ghanaian families and businesses. It also tells investors that Ghana is serious about economic discipline and long-term reforms. And there is another win. All these measures have helped Ghana achieve single-digit inflation for the first time in years. According to former Information Minister Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah, that's no coincidence. It's a direct result of smart resource management and tighter monetary control.
Inflation is the measure of the rate at which prices are going up. So when they say inflation has come down to 9.4%, they mean that from last year September to this year September, the rate at which prices were going up has slowed down to 9.4%. That's what it means. If you remember, at the end of 2024, Deloitte forecasts that this year, 2025, if you follow the program that the NPP government was using to bring inflation down, average inflation should be about 11% this year. So this 9.4, if you adjust for the average from the beginning of the year till now, I think it's about 17% average so far. In 2018 and 2019, during the NPP era, we brought inflation down to 7.8 and 7.1. So that's a context within which this current 9.4%, which brings it to an average of about 17% for the year. That's a context within which you should look at it.
What are some of the factors that contribute to
inflation going down? So usually, so there's demand and then there's supply side. So usually the government can do some things to ensure that whatever is causing the increases in price is controlled. Where the government is not able to do that, the Bank of Ghana will come in to suck some money out of the economy using various methods. Once too many people don't have so much money, then they won't demand too many things, which can sometimes make the prices go down. So in this particular instance, there are about 3 reasons. Number one is that, the currency is appreciated. The government has taken a lot of money from our reserves. Last time we spoke, I told you about 4 billion plus. They've dumped it on the market to try and suppress the currency. So it's allowed the currency to appreciate. And because of that, the prices of imported items have in some cases come down or stabilized or are not rising that quickly. So imported inflation is tamed. That's one of the main reasons. The second reason is that also on the imported side, as the global platform JP Morgan and the rest are reporting, the global inflation itself is also tamed a bit. So the rate at which prices were rising on the world stage following the different crises is also tamed. And then I think the last one is that the Bank of Ghana has sucked a lot of money from the local economy, about 60 billion. You remember the last time when we spoke in the conference room, I was explaining to you that they've sucked about 60 billion from the economy. And so it reduces how much money people have to demand. And that has a way of also slowing down the rate at which prices are going up.
So the city's rise is a proof that smart resource management can make a rare difference. Gold Board has turned Ghana's natural wealth into economic strength, and other African nations are already taking notes. If Ghana stays on this path, we could be entering a new era of stability and prosperity, built on gold, discipline, and innovation. So in short, Ghana is no longer exporting gold and importing poverty. We are exporting value and importing confidence. This is Ghana's golden comeback, and it's only just begun.
Wow, 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 wow. See, congratulations, first of all, for this great win of Miss Grand 2025. Who does that? Who goes there? Who goes there? God punish devil. I say God punish Satan for Ghana matter. Eh? God punish devil. This is the country we are talking about. Any other counterfeit, look at it. From big win to mighty win to massive win to greater wins. From the beauty pageants down to soccer, down to what? The mineral resources, down to currency. Everywhere good. Everywhere good. Everywhere stew. Everywhere jollof. Everywhere banku. Everywhere shito. Everywhere konkonsa. Penny Mahama and his people are working. Ghana is working, and the people are seeing. Now, if you are still doubting, can you liken what is happening in Ghana now to Cameroon, to Nigeria? Tell me. I know it's not perfect. Everywhere go good. Everywhere will be stew. Everywhere will be perfect in less than no time. All we need to do is to join hands, join our collective effort, put all hands on deck. If you don't have them cash, you have kind, you have prayers. We will make Ghana better and greater. No matter what the devil tries. That is it. Well done, Ghana. Well done, Ghana. This is a massive comeback. Woto comeback. They say evidence choke. Evidence choke, no be cho. Anyways, Chivik, hold your breath. Ghana, well done. You're making us proud. This is the year for Ghana 2025 and beyond. Though it's not going to end in this year 2025 and beyond. So, guys, this is I say, let me bring it and show us what is trending in our countries from West Africa, in Africa, in short, Nigeria. You have seen it. All right, let's share our thoughts down in the comments. I just decided to come here, grace your timeline, and share this current update. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you like this episode, for my sake, give it a huge and a massive thumbs up. Right? Share and stay subscribed if you like it on here. And this is me. This is your one and only, aka Asatawa, aka Chivik Inspiration. Vibe with the ambassador one of the motherland. Tando for South Africa. Who they in choke. I'll see you in my next one.